So I'm an esthetician. I used to be quality engineer. You know, I'm not going to get into my background right now, but one thing I do know, and I know bullshit when I see it, excuse my language, and I can't sleep at night ever since this shooting. I live in Henderson, Nevada. I'm just a couple miles away from where the massacre happened, and it breaks my heart. It's been almost a month since October 1st, and it's like it never happened. It's hardly being covered. Don't get me wrong, this uranium one deal I've known for like a year and a half to 2 years, and I'm so happy that it's finally coming out, and it's undeniable, and there's going to be indictments, and it makes me happy because I see that the law is starting to be carried out, and it's just gonna steamroll from here. That being said, one thing I cannot let go of is this Las Vegas shooting. What are the motives? Why did it happen? Why are they covering it up? There was obviously at least 7 or more shooters all the way up and down the strip. There's like 20 different shootings. I mean, and every day it comes out more and more. The sheriff Lombardo is not talking about it, and there's no more press conferences. The FBI is covering it up. There's multiple videos. I've gone down there. I have a video out there. There's no bullet holes that you can see from the trajectory from the Mandalay Bay supposed window. I'll tell you right now, those windows were shot out from the outside in, not the inside out. It's a complete setup. This Stephen Paddock, supposedly he used to work for the IRS. And then we hear that he worked for undercover FBI and gun running, and then he's CIA, and then it comes out his brother's arrested for child pornography, and then I just learned about the Paradise Ranch. So in case you don't know, those that live out here in Las Vegas, the strip where all the casinos are, that's actually considered paradise. It's its own teeny little tiny town, Paradise. He has a company that he owns. I'm a Body by Stuff LLC. I have to register our members every year. I have to renew my license. So I go on, it's lvsilverflume.gov. I can't remember what it is, but anyway, every year I got to pay my $400 for my license. You can go on there, you can plug in any company. So Paradise Ranch 21 LLC is owned by Stephen Paddock. There's also a Paradise Ranch 22 owned by his ex-wife. And apparently there's a bunch of these Paradise Ranches all over the place. And he owns most of them. He owns 2 airplanes. I don't know if any of you have watched the Franklin cover-up. Omaha, Nebraska. There was major child trafficking, kidnapping, murder, satanic crap with these elitist, New World Orders, globalists, whatever you want to freaking call them. I recommend reading the book, Franklin Cover-Up. The guy that did the investigation, it was the local police were involved. All the judges were involved. You had FBI, CIA, all the way up to, I won't even go there. Read the book. He wrote it because he couldn't indict anybody. It was too far up the chain of command. So he wrote the book to document everything. I mean, it started with a little boy that had been kidnapped and murdered, and it had just been rampant. You're thinking, Omaha, Nebraska. Why Omaha, Nebraska? It's right next to, is where the largest Air Force base is. They were flying in and out, these children, kidnapping them and flying them in and out. MK Ultra crap. They say, oh, that was shut down in the 70s. They just changed the names. All these underground secret societies, ritualistic, whatever. It sounds like science fiction. Science fiction isn't as good as what is really going on. It is documented. There's proof. There's evidence. You can do your own research. This is what I have accumulated on just the shooting here. And there's more and more every day. It's what I just printed out. So now we've got this Las Vegas shooting connected to Pedogate, Pizzagate. I had no idea. He ran a CIA child trafficking through this Paradise Ranch. That's what was going on. He had planes. His girlfriend had 2 social security numbers. She's also CIA. There's also Paradise Ranch in the Philippines. She's from the Philippines. Have you heard from her? Have you heard anything about her since then? No. CIA. This week, has anybody heard about this in the news? Because I sure didn't. I was extremely shocked to find out that the CIA breaks all ties with the UK after the MI6 shock reveal proves that the Las Vegas shooter was a US spy. Hello? This article, this is a really good website, just so you know, Op Deep State. Lisa Phillips wrote this. She's really good. I do a lot of checking and back-checking sources that they list. They're accurate. I don't even know how these people have the time to write this, let alone, you know, do the investigative work and then put it into something eligible and, you know, easily to follow reading-wise. That's a lot of work. Yesterday I did a interview on Victorious Libertas with Angie and her husband. Yeah, Victorious Libertas. It should be up. I'll post a link when I get it. And I didn't even know about the child trafficking at this point. That was last night I found that out. I'm on Facebook. I started a separate page because of this, and there's a couple of witnesses to the shootings at the Bellagio and also at the Aria who were coming out of the Cosmopolitan, and a couple other people I've tried to reach out to, and we want to know the truth. And so I try to share what I can and post things. You know, I don't have a lot of followers. I really don't even care about that. I don't need donations. I'm sharing because I want the truth out there. You know, I'm an esthetician. I do freaking eyelashes and permanent makeup and facials and own a spray tanning salon because I care about skin. I'm into anti-aging and being in the freaking Forever 29 club. I'm sorry, I don't have any makeup on right now. I'm consumed with this for the last month. Here's another article. Las Vegas shooting witnesses report multiple gunmen dressed as security guards. And there's evidence of that. Las Vegas police scanner audio. I've listened to at least 3 of them. One guy put them all together in synchronicity, and that was a lot of work, and did the whole timeline from the beginning of the shooting, like 10 o'clock until like 4:30 a.m. I've actually downloaded a lot of the videos on my hard drive and, you know, have taken it off the hard drive too, because YouTube keeps deleting everything that has in relation to this case. I mean, you know, and the whole sacrifice, blood sacrifice in front of the Luxor on a full moon, you know, and then you've got the Mandalay Bay and the Luxor and the whole MGM resorts. They have their own secret society. Yeah, did you know that? Yeah, I forget what it's called. They've got it, Jesus. There's just so much. Well, it's for the New World Order, and their logo is the pyramid. Big surprise there, right? Yeah. This guy, Jim Moran, CEO of MGM Resorts. He's part of this little secret society. He's got a pyramid in his garden at home with a big light. Sold all their stocks, 80% of them. It's like a couple weeks before this happened. Oh yeah, it's called Enlightened Society for Global Transformation. That's their trademark. See that? Yeah, it's a pyramid. Mandalay Resort. Enlightenment for social global transformation. Do you guys want to be transformed? I don't. This is nothing I printed out. This is the whole timeline of some of the radio scanners. Granted, there was a shooting at MGM Grand. It was not covered on any of the radio scanners. So, This guy did a great job. Las Vegas terror attack, clear evidence of multiple shootings at multiple hotels. So we know this was a group. We don't know who, we don't know why. I mean, you got George Soros that, in August 14th, he bet against MGM Grand. You know what puts are in the stock market? It's basically like betting, you're going to lose. So he made, he bet $42 million. He's made over $100 million. And the police were in the hotel. The police knew that he was in there. If you listen to police scanners, there's shooters on the 29th floor, the 32nd floor. This guy's a forensic expert in Florida, Whiskey Tango Fett. I suggest you check him out too. Well, we also know it was definitely a false flag, and it was a team of shooters behind it. I've got a list of funny, they say people didn't die, it was false flag. Yeah, it was false flag. And I totally think that all these people on the news that are being interviewed, they're crisis actors. The real victims, the people that are witnesses, they're not being interviewed. They're being interviewed by citizen journalists. That's the only way you're going to get the truth. You've got, and who can cover something up like this? You've got the CEO of MGM Resorts, Jim Moran. He's on the DHS, people. He's the guy that works with legislation to get X-ray backscatter machines into hotels and casinos and in public places. So he's making money off that. Sold all their stocks, betting, you got George Soros betting on a loss. They're expecting a loss. What do? Buy low, sell it high in the stock market. We've got a lot of witnesses that have died. There's like about 5 or 6 of them now. The limo driver, Chad Nishimura. The girl in California, Kimberly Suchimel, they say, she died in her sleep. She had epilepsy. She had the kind that was not lethal at all. And she was only alone for 4 hours. Grandma comes home at 8:30 in the morning, finds her dead in her bed. Brian Hodge is in the room next door from Australia. That's gone. There's another witness that I'm friends with on Facebook. She came out of the Cosmopolitan. The security guard at Cosmopolitan told her to go back to her room. They were at the Aria, and there was a team of 7 people that were shooting people all up and down the strip. An hour later, the whole story changed, and that the Bellagio, another witness at the Bellagio, also said the story completely changed the next morning when she went to go check out. They told her at checkout that there was no shooting here at the Bellagio. And she had a video that gone viral of what happened at the Bellagio when it was on lockdown. And they comped her whole ticket to shut her up. She's not shutting up. Megan Thompson, there's a video of her, Planet Hollywood. Aurora Monroe, Planet Hollywood. Dimitri Lokim at Planet Hollywood. All these are witnesses and have videos up. Gio Rios from Tropicana, MGM Grand, he was a witness there. He and his girlfriend spent 3 hours in a trash can. Somebody on Twitter named Cami, she has video posted at MGM Grand, which was not even mentioned on the scanner. Shoda Bennett from Hooters, did an interview on NPR. She was a blackjack dealer. Tara Spangler, car dealer at Hooters, also another witness. Judy Babish, she's a witness from Paris. She wrote her testimony on Facebook about what happened. Ricky Rawlson, also at the Cosmopolitan, her testimony's on Facebook. Then there's a guy, I don't know what his name is, he was on Instagram, he went by the name of Presidents of Canada, and he had a picture, and he wrote what he saw, that the LVMPD shot a person in front of Hooters. And then now there's this video showing like at least 17 different ambulances and paramedics in front of Hooters. A girl named Wendy Miller, she was in the bar at Luxor and she saw a gunman running through. Jack Friedman was at the Skyfall Lounge in the Delano, which is next to part of the Mandalay Bay. He came down the stairs and he smelled gun smoke all throughout the lobby at the bottom of they made him go back up. They told him to run. Joe Napoli, he was with 1,500 others held up in the Tropicana. And he was also